Namo Buddhassa. Welcome all to our discussion on Sīla Niddesa in Visuddhimagga. This is lecture number 6, Sīlappabhedakathā, and Bhante, Venerable Bhante Pinkande Damitsara would continue our discussion on Sīla Niddesa. Bhante has MA in Buddhist Studies from Kelaniya University and Prachin Pandit degree from Oriental Studies Society of Sri Lanka. Bhante has a proficiency in Sinhala, Pali, and Sanskrit languages. And Bhante has a lot of master's degree as well as uh, bachelor's degrees in Buddhist studies, Buddhist philosophy, Pali studies, and Buddhist psychology and counseling. And Bhante is also teaching at the institutions where he has been a student before. So with that, I wanted to welcome you all. Welcome Bhante to this lecture number 6, Sīla Niddesa in Visuddhimagga. We will continue forward with Sīlappabhedakathā. Bhante, over to you.
Yeah. Before going to start our session, we will together worship our Supreme Lord Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May the triple gem bless all of you. Today, last week we couldn't do our session on Visuddhimagga because I was severely suffering from fever with severe headache. So unfortunately, I was unable to do that lecture last week. So anyhow, today I am well, so I can conduct the session from where we stopped a couple of weeks. Before week we were discussing about Sīlappabhedakathā, the classification of Sīla. So many categories we have discussed. From there, today we have to start from here.
We were continuing with Sīlappabhedakathā, Bhante?
Yeah. We wanted to start from Sīlappabhedakathā. Sorry. Here Visuddhimagga Tika. But Sīlappabhedakathā. Yes. Last week we stopped, as I remember, yes, Satiya Dukke Anatipātādihi Veramani Mattang Virati Sīlam Sesang Chetanadi Avirati Sīlanti. No, we have stopped here. Panchama Dukke Kālaparicchedam katvā samadhinnam sīlam kālapariyanta. Yāva jīvaṁ samadhītvā tatheva pavattitam āpānakotikanti evaṁ kālapariyantā āpānakotika vasena duvidam. Last week we stopped here. The second set of the categories we have discussed. So today I would like to start from here. Chatukka Dukke Now you can understand how Sīla is very vast area, vast topic. Venerable Buddhaghosa has clarified uh, for many kinds of Sīla according to the Pali Canon. He, according to Pali Canon and according to the Buddhism, according to the sources, main sources, major sources, very few times he added his own idea, his own methods. In Visuddhimagga as well as the other Attakathas can be seen his own idea very few times. When he added his own idea, he mentioned this is not uh, the this is cannot be seen in Pali Canon. This is my own idea. Ayang pana attano mati. Likewise, ayang pana. This is attano mati. My own idea, my own view on this topic, on this concept, on this factor. So remember, please remember the Venerable Buddhaghosa. All these clarification mentioned in Visuddhimagga according to the previous sources. According to the previous sources, uh, some foolish critics sometimes blames Venerable Buddhaghosa. Some foolish says Venerable Buddhaghosa added his own idea. He changed entire Tripitaka and he burned entire Sīla Attakatha. Likewise, some foolish criticize and blame Venerable Mahathera, but those are useless word. So from here, Mahathero Padanta Buddhaghosa Mahathera started the Chatukka Dukkha, the fourth uh, fourth set of two. Fourth set of two. Chatukka Dukkhe, uh, Chatukka Dukkhe. Sorry, Chatukka, not Chatukka, Chatta Dukkhe. Uh, six set of two. Six set of two. Chatta Dukkhe, Labha, ලාභ යස ඥාති අංග ජීවිත වශයෙන් දිට්ඨ පරියන්තං සපරියන්තං නාම විපරීතං 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 අපරියන්තං වුත්තම් පිචේතං පටිසම්භිදාය. චට්ට දුකේ the sixth set of the two here mentioned ලාභ යස ඥාති අංග ජීවිත වශයෙන් දිට්ඨ පරියන්තං සපරියන්තං. There are two kind of two set of Sīla. First one is Sapariyanta, the other one is Upariyanta. Sapariyanta and Apariyanta. What do we mean by Sapariyanta? Sapariyanta is Labha, Yasa, Jnati, Anga, Jivita. Those are five things. Five things. Labha means gain. Labha means gain. Yasa means fame, no? Kitti or else yasa, reputation. And Jnati means relatives. And Jnati, Anga means our parts of body, limbs. Anga. Jivita means life. Jivita means life. Those five kind of considering those five things, we observe precepts. We practice Sīla because of those five things. Labha, Yasa, Jnati, Anga, Jivita. What do you mean by that? Uttampi cetang patisambhidayam. It is the sapariyanta sila. The viparinatang viparitang apariyantam. The other one is opposite of this sapariyanta is apariyanta sila. Uttampi cetang patisambhidayam. In patisambhida magga appakarana, very clearly mentioned. Then we can understand what is the uh, explanation of this sapariyanta sila. Uttampi cetang patisambhidayam. It is said in the Patisambhidamagga. Venerable Buddha Ghosa quoted the part of the paragraph to prove his statement. Katamantang silang sapariyantang. Katamantang silang sapariyantang. How we identified sapariyanta sila? The characteristic of sapariyanta sila. Patti silang labha pariyanta. Patti silang yasa pariyanta. Patti silang nyati pariyanta. Patti silang anga pariyanta. Patti silang jivita pariyantang. Those are 5 kind of sila which practice on behalf of labha, yasa, jnati, anga and jivit. There is virtue that has gain as its limit. Gain, labha. Attisilang labha pariyanta. There is virtue that has gain as a limit. Then attisilang yasa pariyanta. There is virtue that has fame as its limit. Fame is its limit, its limitation. And atti silang nyati pariyanta. There is virtue or there is sila that has relatives as its limitation. Atti silang anga pariyanta. There is another kind of sila. It is has limbs or parts of body as its limitation. Atti silang jivita pariyanta. Last one. There is virtue that has life as its limitation. Life is its limitation. Atamantang, I suppose it is not clear for you. Then furthermore, further discussion, further explanation has here. Katamantang silang labha pariyanta. Ide kacho labha hetu, labha pacchaya, labha karana, yatha samadhinnang sikkhapadang vitikkamati. Idang tang silang labha pariyantanti. What do you mean by labha pariyantang sapariyanta silang? Labha pariyanta means the person, here someone with the gain, he always trying to gain something. He pretend to be, I am virtuous person because of what? He wants to much more things. He desireful person, always trying to collect something. He has collective mind. Always tell others, please give me something. Labha, always trying to, willing to have something. He pretend, he tried to show, I am the virtuous person, I am the righteous person, so please assist me, please offer me something. Please donated me. Likewise, idekacho labha hetu, the gain as a cause, with the gain as a condition, labha pachaya, with the gain as condition, labha karana, with the gain as reason, labha karana. Yatha samadhinnam sikkhapada vitikkamati. Whatever Sīla he practiced, he transgress, he overcome, he violate the Sīla on behalf of, because of the labha, because of gain, because of gain. He did not protect Sīla. Furthermore, why? If I protect the Sīla, my labha, my gain will be lost. So I trying to transgress my Sīla. Likewise, that is the first reason. Labha hetu, labha sapariyanta Sīla. Then eteneva upayena itaranipi vedi tabban. Eteneva upayena itaranipi vedi tabbani. Venerable Buddha goes and not trying to explain much more one by one. He summarized, he explained in brief, eteneva upayena itaranipi vedi tabbani. The rest should be elaborated in the same way. What is the same way? Labha yasa. Idekacho yasa hetu, yasa pachaya, yasa karana, samadhinnam sikkhapadam vitikkamati. If someone in this society, they observe the Sīla, they protect the Sīla, but he overcome, he transgress the virtue, transgress the violate the Sīla on behalf of reputation, fame. He like to have fame, then much greedy to have fame, better than Sīla. Always he try to make the reputation. On behalf of reputation, he transgress the virtue, transgress the Sīla. That is the second type. Yes, sir. Jnati. Jnati means relatives. Jnati idekacho. Jnati hetu, jnati pachaya, jnati karana, yatha samadhinnam sikkhapadam vitikkamati. Someone, although he observed the Sīla, they later on they transgress on behalf of relatives. Some relatives don't like, they don't like when I am virtuous person. On behalf of their word, on behalf of their request, I overcome the Sīla. On behalf of the relatives' word, relatives' request, some transgress the sikkhapada, transgress the precepts. That is the relatives, jnati sapariyanta Sīla. Then labha, yasa, jnati, anga. Anga means the parts of body. When always we try to protect our body, always we try to protect our hands and 2 hands and legs and our necks, head, our body parts. We like it, we protect it very keenly. So when we lost our any type of body part, we transgress the Sīla. transgress the Sīla. That is the Anga Sapariyanta. We did not protect the Sīla on behalf of protect our parts of the body. And then Jivita, last one. Jivita means entire our life. Our life. Some are violating or transgressing the Sīla to protect, to keep our life alive. Alive. That is the Jivita. Jivita Sapariyanta Sīla. Jivita Sapariyanta Sīla. Then, now you can understand our Bodhisattva. Our Bodhisattva, when he practiced the Sīla, he never transgressed any kind of Sīla, any kind of reception on behalf of his life as well. Life. So, now you can understand the various kind of categories, classification of Sīla in the Pali sources, in the Visuddhimagga. Then, Apariyanta. Then, Ganga Varianta. Itaranipi Veditabba. Apariyanta Visajjanepi Vuttang. Apariyanta Visajjanepi Vuttang. What is the mean? What do you mean by Apariyanta? Apariyanta is already discussed, but not clear. Apariyanta Sīla. Apariyanta Visajjanepi Vuttang. Venerable Buddhaghosa wanted to resolve the or wanted to elaborate what is the Apariyanta is. What the Apariyanta is. Katamantang Sīlang na labha pariyanta. Na labha pariyanta. Videkacho labha hetu, labha pacchaya, labha karana, samadhinnang, yatha samadhinnang Sīlang vītikkamāya chittampi na uppadeti. King so vītikkamissatiti. Idang tang Sīlang na labha pariyantanti uttang. Eteneva upayena itaranipi vittāritabbāni. Evaṁ sapariyanta apariyanta vasena duvidam. What do you mean by apariyanta Sīla? Katamantang Sīlang na labha pariyanta. Na labha pariyanta. What is the not gain? He did not Apariyanta means actually unlimited. Unlimited. But the first one is Sapariyanta. Sapariyanta means limited one. Apariyanta means unlimited. Unlimited virtue. Here, what is the virtue that does not have gain as its limitation? He did not consider his gain. He did not overcome, he did not transgress his Sīla on behalf of his gain, his labha. That is the Apariyanta Sīla. Some did not transgress his Sīla on behalf of his reputation, his fame. Some did not consider his relatives as well. Some did not consider his parts of the body. Some did not consider his even life as well. Even life. Now you can understand what the Apariyanta Sīla is. He here mentioned Vītikkamāya chittampina uppadeti. This is very important. Chittampina uppadeti. He did not arise or there is no arouse any thoughts to overcome the Sīla, any thoughts to transgress the Sīla. Chittampi na uppadeti. There is no any thoughts in his mind to overcome the Sīla. Kingso Vitikkamisati, even though there is no thoughts, but how he overcome, how he translates, because the root, uh, the thoughts also uprooted. Thoughts, there is no any thoughts. Then never he transgress any Sīla. So Kingso Vitikkaman. Idang tang Sīlang na labha pariyantanti, na labha pariyantanti. Eteneva upayena itaranipi veditabbani evam sapariyanta apariyanta vasena sapariyanta apariyanta vasena duvida. Eteneva upayena means the in the same way. Eteneva upayena itaranipi the other rest of the categories. See labha, yasa, and Jnati and Anga and Jivit. Those are rest should be elaborated in the same way. Evam Sapariyanta and Apariyanta Vasena Duvida. These are the limited and unlimited way, two kind of Sīla. Two kind of Sīla. Next one. Sattama Duke Sabbampi Sattama Duke Sabbampi Sasavang Sīlang Lokya Anasavang Lokuttara Sabbampi Sasavang Sīlang Lokyang Anasavang Lokuttara. What do you mean by this? This is the sixth one. Sixth set of the two. Sixth set of the two. Sorry, seven, satta. Seven set of the two. Sasavang Sīlang Lokya. What is the meaning by Lokya and Lokuttara? You already known about those two words. Both words are very famous and very familiar to you, Loki and Lokuttara. Sasavang Sīlang Lokyang. Lokya means worldly. Something happened in the world. It is considered as worldly things. Loka means world. Lokyang means worldly happening. Sasavang Sīlang Lokyang. Whatever Sīla related to, connected with the Sasava, connected with the any kind of defilements actually. Now you might surprise why is there any kind of Sīla connected with the defilements? It cannot be, no? Suppose. What do you think about that? But here, please remember, some Sīla are related to defilements. Defilements means here not the very strong defilements, but very looser, very minor defilements. Minor defilements. For example, we can discuss what are the Lokya Sīla later on. Some Sīla connected with the Sasava, Asava. Asava means the defilement. So, yes. And Anasavang Lokuttara. The other type of Sīla is Lokuttara Sīla. First one is Lokya, the second one is Lokuttara. Transcendental Sīla. Or supramundane. Mundane and supramundane. Mundane and supramundane. Lokya Sīla and Lokuttara Sīla. Lokuttara Sīla is completely Anasavang, non-defilements. There is no any defilements in the Lokuttara Sīla. Let's discuss what the difference between, how differ from each other, Lokya and Lokuttara. How to identify the characteristic. Bhadanta Venerable Buddha Ghosa explained What is the Lokiya Sīla? Tatta Lokiyang. Tatta Lokiyang Bhava Visesavahang Hoti Bhavanissaranassa cha Sambharo. Bhavanissaranassa cha Sambharo. Here. Tatta Lokiyang. Some Sīla is will be fruitful, will be ripened in the next birth. Bhava Visesavaham. Bhava Visesa means Bhava means in this world. There are so many Bhava, so many realms, so many worlds. In Buddhism, we know 31 realms, 31 world according to Buddhism. Manusaloka and four type of hells, hell, 6 type of heaven, and 20 type of Brahmaloka. You know about that. I suppose you already know about that. Then Tatta Lokiyang Bhava Visesavaham. Some are protecting or observe or practice the Sīla to be born in the next life in the super realm. Happy realm, happy world. Bhava Visesa. Bhava Visesa. He wants to be born in the happily life, happily world. Always protecting Sīla. He has the aspiration to be born in the next life, the super place, super place. And that is the Lokiya Sīla. Lokiya Sīla. It is worldly. It is connected with the world, not transcendental, no, not supramundane. It is completely connected with the mundane life. That is why it is known as Lokiya Sīla. And also Bhava Nissaranasya cha Sambharo. But remember, it is not completely directly, but partially. Partially it is connected with the Bhava Nissarana. Bhava Nissarana means to overcome, to remove the entire world, to abandon entire world. Bhava Nissarana. Realize the truth, attain the enlightenment. Bhava Nissarana such a Sambharo. Sambhara means the material. Although the Lokiya Sīla is connected to the mundane world, but partially in one part is connected with the Bhava Nissarana, the eradication of all defilements. How it is connected with the Bhava Nissarana? Here, the Tatta Lokiya Sīla and Bhava Visesa, it is another statement, but completely a kind of difference, different thoughts, different sentence. Lokiyan Sīlam Bhava Visesavaham. Bhava Nissaranancha Sambhar. As we see, it is different each other. Venerable Buddha goes quoted from Parivara Pali, very specific passage. It is mentioned here. This is quoted from Parivara Pali, the fifth book of the Vinaya Pitaka, Parivara Pali. Yataha Vinayo Sangvarathaya Sangvaro Avipatisarathaya Avipatisaro Pamojjathaya Pamojjang Pitathaya Piti Pasaddathaya Passaddi Sukathaya, Sukang Samadathaya, Samadhi Yataha Bhuta Jnana Dassanathaya, Yataha Bhuta Jnana Dassanang Nibbidattaya, Nibbida Viragattaya, Virago Vimuttattaya, Vimutti Vimutti Jnana Dassanattaya, Vimutti Jnana Dassanang Anupada Parinibbanattaya. Etadatta Katha Etadatta Mantana. Etadatta Katha Etadatta Mantana. Etadatta Upanisa. Etadattang Sotavadhanam. Yadidang Anupada Chittassa Vimukkhati. Anupada Chittassa Vimukkhoti. Vimukkhoti. What is the meaning of this passage? Vinayo Samvarattaya. In Parivar Pali, we can see this passage. It's very important. How to connect it, how to lead our virtue, our Sīla up to our final goal. How would be connected our Sīla to our emancipation, our liberation, fully liberation. Here, it is clearly mentioned. Vinayo Samvarattaya. Vinaya means so Sīla or discipline. Discipline is for the purpose of Samvarattaya, restraint. Discipline is for the purpose of restraint. Vinayo Samvarattaya. And Samvaro Avippatisaratthaya. Samvara means restraint, control our senses, control our faculties. Samvaro. Avippatisaratthaya. Avippatisara means we have discussed about that term. Avippatisara means regret, regression or remorse. Yes, the proper word is remorse. Remorse. Samvara or restraint is for the purpose of non-remorse. Avippatisara. If you have the restraint, you would not be remorse on your character, on your previous life, on your previous days. And avippatisaro pamojjattaya. Avippatisaro pamojjattaya. The non-remorse is for the purpose of pamojjattaya, the joy, the first stage of the joy. Okay? Here the mention pamojjang pitata. The second sentence, second factor is pamojjang pitattaya. What is the difference between piti and pamojja? Pamojja is the first level. Let's identify the pamojja is the first stage of the piti, first stage of the happy, first stage of the joy. For example, suppose you are very thirsty right now. You are very thirsty right now. Then you went to the kitchen to take to drink cup of water, to take the bottle of water. Then if you see the water, right now you are very thirsty. If you see the water, then you will be happy. It is the first stage of the happy. Now you know there is water. There is water. By looking the water, some kind of happiness appear in your mind. That is the pamojja. When you went to the place where the water located and take the water bottle or cup of water and you are drinking. After drunk, uh, you have much pleasure. Huh? You have much pleasure more than the first stage of the happy. Piti is the second level of the happiness, second level of the joy. Piti and pamujja. Pamujjattaya, pamujjam pitattaya. Then piti, piti passaddattaya. The joy or happiness or yes, piti is for the purpose of passaddattaya. Passaddi means tranquility. Tranquility, for the purpose of tranquility. Passaddi sukattaya, tranquility is for the purpose of happiness. Sukha, sukha. Sukang samadattaya. Happiness is for the purpose of samadattaya, for the concentration. Samadhi yatha bhuta jnana dassanattaya. Concentration is needed for to see yatha bhuta, the reality, the reality of the world. To see jnana dassanattaya, the knowledge and vision. Concentration is needed. Concentration is for the purpose of the real knowledge to see the reality and dassana, vision. And yatha bhuta jnana dassanam, the knowledge of to see the reality, and vision is for the purpose of nibbidattaya. Nibbida means nibbindati. Dispassion. Dispassion. For the dispassion. Nibbida. Dispassion is for the purpose of viragattaya. Viraga. For the non-lustful, non-desire. Viraga. Without raga. Raganess. Nibbida viragattaya. Virago vimuttattaya. The viraga is purpose for the vimuttattaya, to the vimutti. Vimutti means complete liberation. Vimutti. Vimutti, vimutti jnana dassanattaya. Liberation or else the vimutti. Yes, liberation. Vimutti jnana dassanattaya. The knowledge and another kind of vision. Another kind of vision. Yatha bhuta jnana dassana and vimutti jnana dassana. Two type of knowledge, two type of emotion, two type of stage of the mind, level of the mind. And vimutti jnana dassanam anupada parinibbanattaya. Vimutti jnana dassana is for the purpose of anupada parinibbanattaya. Anupada parinibbanattaya. To complete extinction. Complete extinction of the craving. Anupada parinibbanattaya. Extinction of the craving. And anupada, there is no any clinging or attachment. Anupada parinibbanattaya. Then etadaddha katha, etadatta mantana, etadatta upanisa, etadatta sotavadanan yadidang anupada chittassa vimokkoti. Anupada chittassa vimokkoti. This is this talk, this discussion has that purpose. Etadatta katha, etadatta mantana, this council is has that purpose. Support has that purpose. Giving ear has that purpose. The liberation of the mind through not clinging. Anupada paranibbana. Yadidang anupada chittassa vimokkoti. Anupada chittassa vimokkoti. Then lokuttarang bhavavisesavahang hoti. Pacchaya lokuttarang bhavavisesavahang hoti. Bhavanissaranavahang hoti. Pacchavekkana jnanasya ca bhumiti. Lokuttarang, the transcendental or supramundane Sīla is for the purpose of Bhavanissaranavaham, to abandon entire realm, to overcome entire realm, overcome all the every and each world. Bhavanissarana. Bhavanissarana is opposite of the Bhavavisesava. Bhavanissaranava. As a Buddhist who practice the Buddhism, who lead the Buddha's advice, we want us to be Bhavanissarana, not Bhavavisesa. Bhavanissarana. Bhavanissarana hoti. Pacchavekkana jnanasya bhumiti, no? Bhumiti evam lokya lokuttara vasena duvidam. What is the meaning of the then Vinayo Sangvarattaya? Why Venerable Buddha goes mention such kind of paragraph to prove Lokya? When we start from practice the Sīla as Lokya Sīla, it's also appreciated. Why? It is partially connected with the liberation. Venerable Buddha Ghosa wanted to prove that statement. Prove that. That's why here mentioned Vinayo Sangvarattaya, etc. Then now you can understand there are two type of Sīla, which is called Lokya and Lokuttara Sīla. Lokya and Lokuttara. Lokuttara Sīla is completely, strongly directed to the Lokuttara Sīla. Okay. Then yes, now all the sets of two have been discussed up to now. It's completely concluded. The entire all the sets of two. There are 7 kinds of sets of two. 7. Sattama Duki. 7. We have discussed up to now. So far, only 7 kind of the sets of two. Sattama Dukkha. Then next we have to start Tikesu. Tika means third sets of 3. Sets of 3. Tikesu Patamat Tike. The first set of the 3. First set of the 3. Patamat Tike Hīnena Chandena Viriyena Hīnena Chandena Chittena Viriyena Vimansaya Va Bhavattitang Hīna. Yes. In the next category, third set one set of the first set of the three. Here mentioned Patamattike Hina Majjima Panita. Hina Majjima Panita. First set of three is Hina Majjima Panita. What is the meaning of Hina? Here mentioned. Hinena Chandena Chittena Viriyena Vimansayava Pavattitam Hina. What is the Chanda Chitta Viriya Vimansa? What are the Chanda Chitta Viriya Vimansa? What are the one name for to identify those those four factors? Those are called Iddipada. No? In Pali term, in Pali we call it Iddipada. Iddipada, the four bases of mental power. Four bases of mental power. Or else the four factors of accomplishment. Four factors of accomplishment. Iddipada, Chattaro Iddipada. Chattaro Iddipada. The factors that are critical to accomplishing any good. Any good. Whether it is mundane, whether it is supramundane, no problem. Then Tikesu, sorry, Tikesu, Patamattike, Hinena, Chandena, Chittena, Viriyena, Vimansa. Chanda, Chitta, Viriya, Vimansa. Chanda, Chitta, Viriya, Vimansa. Whatever, what kind of goal you have, we have to practice to achieve that goal. Chanda, Chitta, and Viriya, Vimansa. Those are Iddipada. Iddipada. Heenena Chandena Viriyena Vimansayava Pavattitam Heena. The first Sīla, first category of Sīla of three, Heena Sīla. Why it is known as Heena Sīla? Someone who practiced the Sīla with the inferior, minor level of Chanda Chitta Viriya Vimansa. He has like or Chanda, it is not actually greedy, it is not a not kind of desire. Chanda means the like to be good. Kusala chanda, like to be good. And chitta means determination here. Powerful thoughts, chitta. Virya, effort, and vimansa means always investigating, reasoning. Those four factors is necessary. Mundane and supramundane goals, achievements. If someone practice the Sīla with the minor of those four factors, minor, inferior factors, four factors, that Sīla called known as Hīna Sīla. Hīna Sīla. Then Majjimehi Chandadihi. Here, Majjimehi Chandadihi Pavattitam Majjiman Sīla. If someone practice the Sīla with the medium level of those five factors, those four factors, it is called Majjima Sīla. It is called Majjima Sīla. Panitehi Panita. If someone practice the Sīla, superior level of the Chanda Chitta Virya Vimansa, those four factors, it is known as Panita Sīla. Panita Sīla. Then, that is the first three. First three. Then Yasakamataya va. Then Yasakamataya va samadhinnang Sīlaṃ hīna. If someone like to be popular one, Yasakamataya, to have reputation, to achieving fame. He desire to fame. He try to gain fame or popularity or reputation. With that intention, if someone protect the Sīla, that is called Hīna Sīla. It is the it can be included. It can be said as Hīna Sīla. The second one, Punya Pala Kamataya. Punya Pala Kamataya Majjima. If someone protect or observe the Sīla, he like to have merit and fruition, merits and results. Merits and results. That is the only reason for the protecting Sīla for him. Punya pala kamata. Kamata means like. Kama, like. Always trying to collecting merits. It's also desire. Collecting merits also kind of desire. Punya pala kamata. That is the majjimang, medium Sīla, the medium level of Sīla. Then Majjima Sīla. Then Kattabba me vidanti Ariya bhavang nissaya samadhinnang panitang. What is known as the panita Sīla? How to identify the panita Sīla? Kattabba me vidanti Ariya bhavang nissaya samadhinnang panitang. If someone observe or protect Sīla for the purpose of final goal, for the purpose of liberation, for the purpose of fully enlightenment, it is called Panita Sīla. It is known as Panita Sīla. Now, remember, now you can reflect on you. What kind of Sīla am I protecting? Am I observing? Am I practicing? Now you can reflect on yourself. It is called introspection. Introspection. No? Then, Panita. Ahamasmi. The second one. Next. Ahamasmi Sīla Sampanno ime pananye bhikkhu dussīla pāpa dhammāti evaṃ attukkansana paravambanādīhi upakkilittaṃ va tīna. Another hina level Sīla is Ahamasmi Sīla Sampanno. I am the one who protecting, observing Sīla. Ime pananye, the other society, other persons, other monks, dussīla, they did not protecting Sīla. Pāpa dhamma, they practice the pāpa. Evaṃ attukkansa na paravambanavate. They praise himself as well as look down upon others. Look down upon others. Paravambati. Upakkilittaṃ va hīna. That is completely defiled Sīla. That is the Hīna Sīla. That is the Hina Sīla. And next one. Anupa Anupakilittang Lokyang Sīlang Majjima. Anupakilittang. By praising himself, some person, someone, he did not praise himself and not blaming others, not look down upon others, uh, but he protecting worldly, related to the world, Sīla, worldly virtue. That is the Majjima Sīla. That is the Majjima Sīla. Next one, Lokuttarang Panitanga. When we practice the Lokuttara Sīla, uh, transcendental Sīla, transcendental virtue, that is the Lokuttarang Panita Sīla. Next one, Tanhadi Vasena. Here, uh, Tanhadi Vasenava Bhavabogattaya Pavattitang Hina. Tanhadi Vasenava Bhavabogattaya Bhavabogattaya. Tanhadi Vasenava Bhavabogattaya Pavattitang Hina. If someone protecting or observe the Sīla, Tanha Vasena, with desirable thoughts. Desirable thoughts. Tanhadi Vasena Va. And as well as Boga. Bhavaboga. Bhavabogattaya. Bhavaboga means material things. Bhavaboga. Material things, material goods, any kind of things in your home or in the from monk side in the temple. Bhavabogattaya. He like to have more and more. He has collecting mind. He trying to collect so many things. So many things. Bhavabogattaya pavattitang. He trying to protect, to practice the Sīla on behalf of the Bhavabogattaya, on behalf of the collect so many things. So many things. Then Attano Vimokkattaya Pavattitang Majjimam. Attano Vimokkattaya Pavattitang Majjimam. If someone practice the Sīla on behalf of himself, liberation of himself, he thinks only himself. Kind of selfish person. Attano Vimokkattaya. Only he consider only him, only oneself. Attano Vimokkattaya Pavattitang Majjimam. But he practiced the Sīla. It is the another type of Sīla which is called Majjima Sīla. Majjima Sīla. And Sabba Sattanang Vimokkattaya. Majjima Sīla is Attano Vimokkattaya, to liberation for himself. But last one, Sabba Sattanang Vimokkattaya, to entire beings, and for the purpose of entire beings, to make them correct, to make them virtuous person. Pavattitang Paramita Sīla. It is the specific Sīla. It has a specific name, which is called Paramita Sīlang Panitanti. Paramita Sīla is, if someone observe the Paramita Sīla, he does not consider himself He does not consider only himself. He always trying to help, always trying to show the others the right path, right path. That is the Panita Sīla. Panita Sīla. Panita Sīla. Evaṁ Hīna Majjima Panita Vasena. Hīna Majjima Panita Vasena. Tividam. Likewise, there are one set of the three have been discussed so far. Then, Dutiyatthike, second set of the tree. Second set of the tree. Dutiyatthike, attano ananurupang vajahitu kamena attano ananurupang vajahitu kamena atta garuna attani garavena pavattitang attadipateyang attadipateyang. First one is attadipateya. Attadipateya. What do you mean by attadipateya? Attano ananurupang vajahitu kamena. Whatever he wants to abandon, he wants to remove from his mind, on behalf of that purpose, he protect the Sīla. On behalf of himself, he always think about himself, not the others. That is the Sīla which is known as Attadipateya. Attadipateya. Next one, Loka Pariyapavadam. Lokapavadam, sorry. Lokapavadam Pariharitu Kamena Loka Garuna. Loka Garuna. Loke. Loka Garuna. Loke Garavena. Pavattitam Lokadipateya. Lokadipateya. What is the meaning of Lokadipateya then? Lokadipateya means if someone protect the Sīla, observe the Sīla, for the fear of the society, for the fear of around the people around him. He protect always think about others' word. Others' word. Lokapavada. Lokapavada means blames which is come from the society. Which is come from the society. We protect the Sīla. Samma protecting Sīla, observe the Sīla, practice the Sīla for the blame which is come from the society. You know, come from the society. Then Lokavadang Pariharitu Kamin. He wants to remove or abandon or get rid of blame come from the society. Come from the society. That is the Lokadipateya. Lokadipateya Sīla. Lokadipateya. Next one, Dhamma. Next one is Dhamma Bhatta. Dhamma Mahatta. Sorry. Dhamma Mahattang Pujetu Kamena. Dhamma Garuna Dhamme Garavena Pavattitang Dhammadipatiyanti. Evaṁ Attadipateyadi Vasena Tivida. Evaṁ Attadipateyadi Vasena Tivida. Dhamma Mahattang Pujetu Kamena. Some are offer or some bow down, some are worshipping the Dhamma, Dhamma Mahatta, by considering the nobility of the Dhamma, uh, by considering the purity of Dhamma, some are worshipping the Dhamma, pujeti, donating the Dhamma, donating Dhamma. Pujetu kamena, Dhamma Garuna, Dhamma Garuna, he respect the Dhamma. He always respect the Dhamma. Dhamma Garavena Pavattitam. By the power of the respectful thoughts of the Dhamma, Pavattitam Dhammadipatayanti. That is the Dhammadipataya Sīla. Dhammadipataya Sīla. Evam Atta Attadipataya Attadipatayadi Vasena Tividam. Attadipatayadi Vasena. Attadipataya Lokadipataya Dhammadipataya Vasena. Three categories with the three categories. The second set of the three have been discussed so far. Next one. It's 9:42. It's 9:42. Okay. I suppose from here we can discuss later on next week, because soon after my recovering, I make this discussion, so I cannot talk so far. I suppose shall we stop from here, Pankaj? I
Yes,
suppose
Bhante.
from
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and yes,
Bhante, do we
anyone
have
needs
time
to any
for?
clarification?
Yes, Bhante. Do we have time for? We will continue with Tatiya Tike Bhante next time onward.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have time for question and answer, Bhante?
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
If
we'll
anyone
open up
need
the
to
forum for
clarification.
question and answer. Please go ahead, type in your question or raise your hand. And I will also allow you to unmute. So if you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and ask. Any question or anything you wanted to just go ahead, raise your hand on today's session, or anything we have covered so far. We are still in Sīlappabhedakathā, and we are just continuing our discussion there. Bhante, on YouTube live as well, I do not see any questions, Bhante.
Yes, is that so, no? Shall we wind up our session, no?
Yeah, but one question is coming from in the chat window, Bhante. Do you want me to read that?
Okay. Bhante, how one can understand Four Noble Truths by observing Sīla? Yeah. Actually, by observing Sīla, only observing Sīla, we cannot understand the Four Noble Truths. It is the one part of Buddhist practice. Observing Sīla is one part, one major part of the Buddhist practice. to understanding the Four Noble Truth. Sīla is not that enough to understand Four Noble Truth. It's the first stage. The first stage. Second stage is the Samadhi. Second stage is the Samadhi. And third stage is the Panya. Panya. So, these three levels all together we practice. We practice. Prajna or Panya thoughts, Panya factor or Panya is very needed to understand, very need to help, completely help to understand Four Noble Truth. Okay, but please remember, without Sīla, we cannot be the intellectual person. Intellectual person. So, Sīla is partially connected to the understand the Four Noble Truth. Because Sīla, by observing Sīla, control our mentality, our rowdiness, our stubborn, our cunningness, those type of our bad character will be calmed down, with the power of Sīla, with the power of serenity of the mind. Okay, then we can understand the Four Noble Truth by meditating, by developing the wisdom, by developing the intellectual, by developing the insight, vipassana. Then only we can understand Four Noble Truth. Only Sīla does not lead to understand the Four Noble Truth. Is that clear? Yes. Understanding Four Noble Truths are equal to understanding Nibbana. Yes, very clearly when Lord Buddha mentioned in the first Dhamma sermon, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Dhammacakkung Udapadi Yankincha Samudaya Dhammang Sabbantang Nirodha Dhammanti. Likewise, the entire the main topic of the first Dhamma sermon of the Buddha is elaborating Four Noble Truths. Elaborating Four Noble Truths. So, you are asking is very correct. Understanding Four Noble Truths is equal to the understanding Nibbana. Yes, it's true.
Any other questions we have, please unmute yourself or type in your question. Bhante, I do not see any more questions here, Bhante, or any raised hand. Should we go towards concluding the session, Bhante? May I request you
Okay,
to
then.
start transferring the merits, Bhante, before we conclude the session?
Okay. Then finally, we are going to conclude our session, Dhamma session. For more than 1 hour, we have been discussing Noble Dhamma so far. We have acquired much merit so far. So this is time for transfer merits deities, God, goddess, and our departed one. Okay, all together we recite the Gatha. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu lokasasanam. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desanam. Akasattha cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu tang sada. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Much gratitude, Bhante. We are happy to have you here, Bhante. And with much happiness and gratitude, Bhante. Do I have your permission to stop the session here, Bhante?
Yes, sure.
We'll see you all again in our continuous discussion on Sīlappabhedakathā, where we stop today. We will pick it up from here next week.
Okay, next week. See you.
Namo Buddhassa.